Hey Leo, this is for you, reading for you on 30th of July. If you find this might be helpful, you might find it resonates with you, and if not, don't force it, don't worry about it, but I'm doing a reading that might be helpful. So if you're Leo, or you have Leo Sun, Leo Moon or Rising or North Node, or if you have a lot of Leo placements in your natal chart, this could be for you. So let's see what's going on with you at the moment. Oh, Five of Pentacles. Maybe Leo, you've been feeling that you've been left out in the cold, or that this is your energy and you're leaving someone else out in the cold. Either way, it might be a feeling of not being included, or vice versa. Why is this? Well, with the Three of Staves, three of Wands here, it's fire energy. You could be looking out to, what your options are. Looking at, maybe you're looking to travel. Maybe you've moved away from something, or you're considering moving. Considering your options, considering what to do, where to go. Some kind of movement. The Moon. Pay attention, listen to your intuition more. Now you may, perhaps if you've been left out in the cold, this could be linked to secrets, things that you might be hiding, or you might be feeling like hiding, or in some cases, take this how it resonates, things that may have been illuminated recently. We had this recent full moon in Aquarius, your opposite sign, was hit on the tail end of that, and during this full moon things have been illuminated to you, maybe helping you to understand why you may have been left out of something, or you leaving someone out of something. Looking at travelling. With the Seven of Pentacles, you may have had your mind very focused on your material world. This could be a focus for you. Perhaps you're looking to, build some, accrue money through travel. Perhaps even somebody's hiding something to do with income, to do with your resources. Perhaps you're looking, or have some things have been revealed to you about your resources. Not that you're in any state of lack, but looking at innovative ways to create a bit more stability for yourself. Innovative ways. Innovative ways to restore a balance to your material world that could have been a bit off. you could be feeling as if that's something you need to is your focus, perhaps right now is your focus. And it could be that what you've been doing, say for work, for supporting yourself, hasn't been working. Or somebody could have pulled the wool over your eyes, and I'm getting a feeling that you could have been conned out of something, or conned out of some money, something that is yours, but you're not having access to it, or you're preoccupied with this at the moment because you have ambitions to travel, and you want to raise funds, and you need, that's your kind of focal point. Aries energy, the Emperor. Now this could be you could be dealing or linked with an Aries. Challenging. Or that you you have leadership qualities, of course you do, because you're Leo, and you're a natural leader. However, you need to have more courage. I'm feeling this. You need to have more courage and more belief in your intuition and anything that might have been, illuminated to you recently. You need to face it head on, I'm feeling. Aries rules the head. And you need to face something head on. You might be shirking something or not facing things, not seeing things as clearly, not wanting to see things clearly. It's a bit like you're kind of sweeping something under the carpet, not seeing things as clearly. Or I'm feeling that you might have been deceived. Maybe in the workplace. Dishonesty or deception. Or there's someone in your environment who's not. This could be within your family, within your environment, people you know. Somebody's not being real with you. Maybe you're trying to get to the bottom of something that isn't quite adding up. And you're having to use, your kind of sort of detective skills to work out what's going on. Yeah, your energy, King of Wands. That's that represents Leo. That represents you, or Aries or Sagittarius. I feel like something's been taken away from you, hidden from you. And you know it, but you don't want to really, you know this, but you're not. There's more to the story than meets the eye. Now we're in Leo season. Jupiter's just moved into Leo, which signifies good fortune. Expansion. Perhaps you're wanting to expand your horizons. Perhaps you want to expand, or move away from where you are, and it's going to take you a lot of determination. You're going to have to stay in your perhaps you're in, you will have a position of leadership, and that's, I feel like someone might be trying to undermine you. Let's see. Page of Cups. Have an offer. Somebody's offering you something. Somebody's offering you something, and it could be that this could be you. You could be wanting to offer something to somebody, but you don't feel that you've got enough to offer. Page of Cups. This is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is, cups represent emotion, love, compassion. And I feel as if even though you do have enough, you are a leader. If you're in your Emperor energy, you are a leader. The King of Wands, you're sitting quite comfortably. I feel like it's like you don't have enough to offer financially, or you don't have enough to offer, in terms of love. But you do. There's someone in your environment. I feel there's someone in your environment that you need to be careful. Somebody is not very trustworthy. Pulling the wool over your eyes. Taking advantage of you, I'm feeling. You sort of know it, but you don't want to admit it. That's the feeling I'm getting. This is causing you sleepless nights. You're feeling unsettled because I feel like somebody is wanting to take from you, or has taken from you and left you feeling a bit depleted, like financially, literally financially depleted. Or you're dealing with someone who's quite immature, I feel. Somebody in your circle. Or maybe that's you. You're behaving immaturely because you're not fronting them up, or you need to... Juggling. Finances. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Indecision. This might resonate with some of you, not all of you, but I feel as if you don't feel you've got enough to offer in any situation, or in your work life. Gosh, that's, oh gosh, there we go. There's something to do with this. I'm feeling a bit heartbroken. Feeling heartbroken. You might be dealing with another fire sign, Queen of Wands. Let's have a look. There's more to the story than meets the eye here. Going through transformation. Scorpio energy. You might be dealing with Scorpio, someone who has a lot of Scorpio in their chart, but I feel that this is you and you're going through a transformation, death and rebirth. things are changing and this transformation is taking its toll on you. Maybe something's ended and it needs to end in order for you to have a new beginning. And that feels uncomfortable. Yeah. Yeah. Because it seems that you diligently been working hard. You're aware of your input, that you have been working towards a goal. With the Eight of Pentacles, and you're maybe you're preoccupied. Likely you're preoccupied with work and wanting to achieve something, build your income, because I feel as if you've lost, or it's some depletion here where you need to work smarter, not harder. Or you're having to work harder in order to support something or even someone. Recoup finance. You're not happy about it, but you don't have a choice. It feels. Now you might be dealing with a fire sign and a water sign. The Lovers, yeah. Somebody with a lot of water in their chart. This could be you having to balance out your masculine and feminine energy. Or you could be dealing with two people in a love situation. One of them is maybe a water sign, one of them, or it might not be lovers, it could be a significant water sign in your life who's not making things easy for you. See. Oh, you're going to have to take a leap of faith. This is where you might be now. Just because Spirit has forced you into this place where you're being told you need to take a leap of faith and not be worried about outcomes. And if you do that, it's having the courage, Aries energy, to embrace the unknown, to take that leap of faith, even though you don't know the outcome. You might be fixated on needing to know what will happen if you do that. The world, yes, your world is changing after death and rebirth. I feel like you're going through some quite significant changes, and it's taking its toll on you, and there's some deception going on around you. Someone's deceived you. And this could be in the workplace, this could be in love, this could be in a relationship. And or somebody that you have like a soul contract with, or you're connected with, who might not be who you thought they were. Oh, that's coming through from somewhere. And you don't think you have enough to offer, or you've given too much to somebody who Somebody younger than you, somebody who's a bit immature. What else do you need to know, Leo? Somebody ignoring you, you're ignoring somebody, or you don't want to. Let's have a look. Yeah, you've got 3 of Wands again. Yeah, it's about travel, movement, looking out into, you know, looking to new horizons. I feel like you're at the tail end of this transformation. It just feels uncomfortable. You're raising money, maybe to travel, take a trip, go and visit somebody who lives overseas, and you're raising money to do that. You could be involved with somebody who lives in another country, or lives at a distance from you. Inspired action, yeah. Yeah, you need to take some inspired action to actually materialise your desires. And I'm wondering if you're still working your way through understanding what your desires are. The world, the lovers. Inner child. Yeah. It's like, I feel like Sagittarius have something similar to this, or Aries. Getting in touch with your inner child, being more playful. Perhaps you don't feel that way. Perhaps you need to get in touch with your inner child and be more playful and do things that, you know, bring that out of you. Or you might have some inner child wounding, some things that, you know, you're being triggered by, things, you know, from childhood, that there's some healing to do in that area. Stillness. I feel that this is so beneficial for you. I don't think you're finding too many opportunities to be still, to be quiet. Too much movement, frenetic. Maybe there's a lot, you've got a lot on your plate, and it just feels like overwhelm. What else Leo needs to know? Let's have a look. You're balanced. Balanced. Looking for balance. I am balanced. Are you managing to achieve balance? Are you seeking to achieve balance, especially if you've gone through this death and rebirth transformation? Looking to gain balance. There's a lot of pentacles up here, and wands. Fire and earth energy. And you feel off kilter. You feel a bit off balance. You need to find more balance. You are enduring. You are enduring. For some of you, you've been on travel. You've been away. You come back. You're now feeling like you've got to catch up with yourself. You know, you've got to get back into the work, your groove at work, and you're still feeling a bit I'm sort of resentful at being, you know, having to go to work because you've been away and enjoyed yourself. For some of you, well, it's your, you know, it's Leo season, and some of you might be having a birthday coming up, so you know you want to be also raising funds for, you know, celebrating that. But there's sort of lingering heartache here, lingering kind of heartbreak or betrayal, or just, you know, your heart's a bit bruised. And that could be struggle because you've got to focus. It seems to me you've got to focus on your pentacles. You've got to focus on your stability and your money at the moment and work. But you're doing it with a kind of heavy heart because you're hurting a bit, and that's challenging, distracting. Could be that you are free. Perhaps you feel free from a situation. Perhaps you've left something, left a situation or circumstance, or even a job, looking, you know, or a way of working, or just, you know, you're feeling free of something that was becoming burdensome for you. Could be. So it could feel like a relief, but at the same time there's, you know, an element of, you know, pain. You are true. I am true. Perhaps this is it. You've been through this transformation. Things have been illuminated to you with the Moon card here. Maybe through a trip or a travel that, you know, you've seen things more clearly. Three of Wands, you know, there's more clarity. Look at the clarity in this card. And you're being true to yourself. But you need to take a leap of faith. And you're holding yourself back. I'm feeling you're holding yourself back because you feel that you don't have enough to offer, or you don't have enough, or you're feeling you're not enough. But you're being more true to yourself. You might have had difficulty sleeping, things have been on your mind, reverberating, finding it hard to switch off. But you are enduring, and you have the endurance to sort of see this through. You need stillness. Perhaps you need to also, you know, master the art of meditation. Perhaps you're not finding you need to kind of say, well, I need to clear my mind. I need to be still. Go into nature. Go somewhere where you can calm your spirit. You're happy. This is what you're striving for, Leo. You want to be happy. You want to feel happy again. You're in a child. You want to feel playful. Perhaps you are feeling happier. But you know, as you're going through this transformation, maybe recovering from something, you know, something hurtful, being left out in the cold, or you've left someone out in the cold. You know, you may be feeling free. You may be feeling happy. And pushing through, just pushing through it. Yeah, peaceful. So, you know, regardless of the situation, circumstances you're in, you know, you're focusing on, you know, being true to yourself. You're enduring. You are probably relatively happy, or you're seeking that. Perhaps you're feeling more free than you have for a long time. You know, perhaps this is it. You're feeling a bit more free, a bit more peaceful because, you know, things have been resolved, or you're resolving situations, or you can see the resolution to certain problems and difficulties. Okay, you are Goddess guidance. See what's going on there. Home, yes. So maybe your household, Vesta, maybe your household situation is improving. Now this could be due to a move that you're planning or anticipating, you know, or change in the occupants. Maybe yeah, you might be going through a separation, or you know, there could be you know, a change in your living circumstances that's going to actually make you feel happier. And you need to get near water. You need to go to the ocean and recharge your batteries. You might be feeling, as I said, I feel as if you're feeling depleted because you've been through some things. And perhaps you're not getting enough time outside as well, and you're maybe too much indoors. Maybe it's to do with work, and you haven't been having enough opportunities to go outside and recharge your batteries, getting fresh air, and that's going to take a toll on your health, obviously, and you're not going to feel so sort of inspired and motivated if you're not getting that sort of time. And maybe the time you're spending outside isn't, you know, it isn't in a sort of very healthy environment, or, you know, a natural environment. Maybe that's the thing that you need to make that a priority, going outside, recharging, and that's not helping you, and it's not also it's not enabling you to see things with clarity. Perhaps your vision is clouded, your judgment may be even clouded at the time. You maybe need to go to a sort of sacred space, maybe go to somewhere, connect with, you know, the divine, find a sacred space, or create an altar or something, you know, like a very old church, you know, these beautiful old, you know, we're fortunate to have in at least this country, and other countries of course, but you maybe need to go and find some kind of like an ancient sacred space or building, you know, that has you know, that where you can sort of connect with the divine and feel a sense of peace, you know, quiet time, because you need quiet time, you need space, you need time for just to, let's say, still your mind. And you could get this by going to find, you know, somewhere, you know, that has this, you know, this energy, connect with source. It doesn't have to be a church, it could be somewhere, and in that, you know, outside somewhere, you know, that has this feeling of a sacred space. You know what I mean? Some, you know, Glastonbury, for example, the tour at Glastonbury, or, you know, places like that. They're not churches, but they're sacred spaces. Yeah, it's not that you don't lack motivation, Leo. It's not, that's not what it is. I feel like you are more motivated. Something is motivating you because you have goals and you have ambitions, and you're seeing your way through it. Slowly but surely. Yeah, and you are strong. That's your card. Well, we're in Leo season, so you might be feeling this. You might be feeling more energized. You might be feeling, as you're in your season, that you're feeling strong enough to deal with everything at the moment. You know, you've got Jupiter in Leo, so that's going to be, you know, obviously luck is on your side, and you're pushing through. So whatever the circumstances you're in, that might be feeling like a bit of a, you know, wading through treacle, you're going to be okay. You know, you've got the stamina, you've got endurance, you're maybe being true to yourself, accepting things for what they are. Leap of faith is what you're going to probably have to do here. I feel like you're on the brink of doing something which you know, requires you to be comfortable with, you know, not knowing outcomes and things. You don't always have to know them, but you have the tools and the stamina you know, to be able to do it, what it is you want to do. So, there we are, Leo. Now, in terms of funny, in terms of anything that could help your energy, I'm feeling that hematite would be helpful for you at the moment, which is a sort of dark grey stone, and it will strengthen, it rejuvenates, it has rejuvenating properties, it will cheer you up, enhancing courage and enthusiasm, which is maybe something you're lacking at the moment, and it properly apportions your energy in spiritual and physical exertions. You could be physically overexerting yourself, and it also enhances blood building, stabilizing circulation, so also fortifying the muscles, the nerves and the senses. So hematite could be good. That's hematite quartz. Now there's also hematite magnetite, which is the more common hematite, dark grey, easy to get hold of. A lot of, you know, jewellery is often, you know, created, very widely available hematite, and that could be is an iron oxide, incidentally, and it can you know, it can help with progress, engagement with others, vitality, energy, dynamism if you've been feeling depleted, and also mirrors your inner outlook and views, aiding assimilation of iron and blood building again, so stimulating the glands, the liver and the gallbladder, which could be useful for you. There are 5 different types of hematite, you know, promoting, also striving for improvement of your situation in life, if it can be feeling difficult, immune system as well, and problems of the heart. So it also helps you fight for your aims and ambitions with determination if necessary, and staying power for intensive work or exertion, which, you know, Leos are often prone to overexert themselves and to prevent burnout. So and realise your plans in spite of any obstacles that could be in your way. Yeah, basic well-being. So this could be good for you. Easy to, as I said, it's very easy to get hold of. Pretty inexpensive as well. So if you have any, or if you need to get some, I would suggest you wear it on your person, in the form of jewellery, because it makes quite beautiful jewellery. It's a dark grey, slightly iridescent. I have a necklace here which I wear from time to time, which will also protect you from negative energy. So there we are, Leo. I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to thumbs up or share, like or subscribe if you have benefited from this reading. I'm sending you lots of love, wishing you peace, and all the best. So bye for now. Take care.